Well, thank you. I'm about 8-9 months in this new role, and I'll tell you, I am lucky to be invited to a lot of seminars, discussions, and events in the community. And additionally, we have a lot of work to do internally in Salt Lake County. So when this invitation passed my desk, I'll tell you what really intrigued me and got me excited about participating was the alliance and the cooperative opportunity with USU. USU's extension program is very embedded in our mission in Salt Lake County. And as I am lucky to tour each division of Salt Lake County and hear what they're doing, it's always great, but the time that I spent with our USU extension folks, I was sort of blown away. I mean, I was a council member for 10 years, and I had no idea some of the really great things that are happening within the footprint of Salt Lake County driven by USU Extension. So that's really why I'm here. I am so excited about the collaborative opportunities throughout the state. I visited USU campus as a federal candidate and sat down with the president and others and toured. What a lovely institution, great leadership. And though I'm out here in a federal role now, I've had a serendipitous turn to work across the street as mayor of Salt Lake County. I'm equally as excited to partner with USU. Also, I'm lucky enough to look out the window on occasion at this beautiful building, know its significance to our community, OC Tanner, and I want to thank OC Tanner for hosting. And everyone else who participated came to attend. I see elected officials, former leadership in our legislative body, and others here today. So thank you to partners and other members of the community who are here. I'll tell you this, I think, as I go out to conferences and engage throughout the nation in my role as county mayor, I am so happy to share how deeply committed we are to recreation in our state, to our land. So we're here to talk about land use, but what it really means to me is the land as it connects to our quality of life. And while I am laser-like focused on Salt Lake County right now, I recognize our state's love of recreation and our land and our resources. And I think we're not isolated one county to the next. So I see partners from other counties and communities here, and USU's core campus being north of here, and know that we're all in this together. So I'm going to take a minute to talk about some unique demands here in Salt Lake County, but I think some of the things I touch on will relate to other counties and some areas more than others, but certainly some, as a capital city here and a county that is a large employer in the largest county in the state, what happens here I think matters to the entire state. So with that, I want to point out that population growth is nothing new. No matter where we are in our continuum, we talk about our population growth, and we've adjusted over the years in many ways as a community to our population growth. But now we're seeing in this county so little developable land, and much of the West Bench that still is ripe for development at some point is owned by one property owner, Rio Tinto, and their plans as it relates to mining operations versus land development really will impact a lot of those decisions for development. And we are feeling the pressure given right now. The company is still primarily a mining company and still holding onto a lot of land for that purpose, or land that might need reclamation. And due to that, we are seeing a different footprint for this moment in time. It's a more narrow footprint on where and how we can develop. And we know that growth, as I mentioned, will continue. By 2065, we will add an estimated 600,000 residents. So we think about 2020, we have conversations in the community about growth needs, but to even forward think to that impact is daunting, right? And for me, it means that we will have to continue to focus on canyon protection, air quality, and really holding on to that quality of life that we enjoy in this county. And I'll tell you, I really think we're at this tipping point in this moment in time, and that leadership is so critical to our policy decisions and to where we will go. So as we look at challenges like the port, as we look at challenges like where and how do we deal with the mess at the mouth of the canyon when we want to get up there in the summer to hike or get up there to ski or recreate in the winter. We know that we have work to do to preserve quality of life at this important moment in time. We also know that housing prices are creating not just challenges for young people or anyone with affordability paying the mortgage, but also that limited land is making it very difficult to develop in a way that may make sense long term. It's very costly right now. So one little item I want to share with you that I was fascinated to receive a briefing on when I entered in my new role was we put in Salt Lake County a fair amount of resources and time to evaluate and then publish what's called the Overview Report. And that report evaluated the existing conditions on the West Bench that I mentioned, that area west of Vineyard Highway. And I want to share a few highlights from that study. So 82% of the residents in western Salt Lake County have a daily migration to work leaving their local area. Well, that number's too high. What does that tell you? We need job centers in some of that area on the West Bench. We know that traffic congestion is one of the biggest concerns for residents in that section of the valley. And I'll tell you, it's not just on the West Bench. It's my neighbors and those who live surrounding the University of Utah try to exit out around 4:30, 5 p.m. That's not an easy endeavor. It's not easy to live in Kearns and need to exit off of 15 or another north-south freeway or other roadway to go east to west. That's not going to be a quick commute. We have challenges, as have been quite public, related to needs for transportation and development in the southwest quadrant in that section. So we know that a lot of our land planning is related to transportation and transportation solutions, and that's very much on the forefront of our planning and within my office in Salt Lake County. We're looking for environmental responsibility. And, it's no doubt or no surprise to anyone in the room that I'm proud of my party. I'm a Democrat. I've been a Democrat my entire life, and I'll tell you, I'm proud of the Democratic Party for stepping up 15 to 20 years ago in this community and saying, hey, we're going to move on air quality. So kudos to Patrice Aaron, who at times couldn't move a bill. Thanks to the Republicans who got it and stood out. And I'm not going to make this a partisan speech, but I do think that we have to lead, and we have to lead across the aisle and find solutions together. And I am proud that planning and development and a lot of the more maybe more aggressive action that many of us feel needs to happen has been pushed by many good leaders within our various local governments as well as our state. With that, I look forward to continuing to find net zero opportunities, coordinate with Rocky Mountain Power, find ways where we can run our buildings more efficiently. We build LEED standard buildings in Salt Lake County, but we do have older buildings that we can find ways to upgrade and operate differently, and that's a priority. I have hired an environmental leader in Salt Lake County, and we've created an environmental office that will grow and develop during my tenure as mayor. I think it's absolutely critical in this day and age. I'm going to just close for a second, just taking a second to talk about how important our Wasatch Canyons are and why my involvement in the Wasatch Canyons will be a priority, I think, for the duration of my time in office. I grew up as a hiker, a little bit of a rock climber. My dad would take me up, and I'm sure sometimes desert me because I have memories of my childhood going, where's my father? And of course, they'd pop up a few minutes later, but we were a family that really engaged in all of the wonders that our Wasatch Range provides for us. Hiking, climbing, skiing. My super athlete father, Ted Wilson, many of you know, who's now 81 and still a great athlete, but he taught me to ski no ski lessons. Between his legs at 3 years old, and one time I got stuck on a lift and came to the top of the lift, and there was Dad waiting, but that was quite a journey on my own. But I share these because I think my story is similar to the stories that each of you can tell. And if you've loved really any canyon or waterway, river, lake in this state, right? For me, the backyard was our Wasatch Canyons. Well, I'll tell you now, it's not as simple as it once was. And we have to fight, not just to support our ski resorts that I do, and I've held meetings, including yesterday with owner of the ski resort, to talk about our priorities. What is it that we want for our canyons? I remember living on the East Coast at one point in my career, and going out and hiking, and I'm like, hello, Charles. Hello, Peter. Hello, Eric. Like, you made friends on the trail, but that's not the hiking that I knew. Well, I'm making a lot of friends now when I go out, right? It's more crowded. It's harder to access. We're parking in dangerous places on our canyon road. And I think that we will fail as a community if we don't get that right. And just like air quality, there's no easy answer. If anyone tells you there's an easy answer on air quality, I would challenge that. There is no easy answer on the canyon, but those two areas remain a priority for mine as we move forward. The canyon itself, we have to continue to hand off for multiple generations the precious resource that is. And that means, yes, making sure that our resorts continue to thrive, that people can get on Delta Airlines, land in the morning, get up here on the ski run, midday at the latest, enjoy that and go back about, brag about us. But we also need to make sure that, a child from the west side of Salt Lake County has access to those lands. They're affordable, whether it's winter, summer, it's there for them in the same way that the canyons, our waterways, have influenced all of our lives. So those are the values I bring to the office. I'm working hard. I hope that I have the opportunity to engage with each of you in the journey ahead. I see Carl Fisher here, who's engaged on the county. I want to thank him and Save Our Canyons for their work. I see other partners in the community. I see elected officials here who know what I'm talking about and believe in it, and I want to thank you for your efforts. So with that, I always love hearing from Cameron, and I look forward to having